Shabbat Shalom. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us here in person and braving the rainstorm. It's like California. Whenever it rains, everybody freaks out, but we're good. So thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for joining us on live stream. We will begin our Shabbat service with Yedid Nefesh on page 10. Yedid nefesh av harachaman, Yedid nefesh av harachaman, Meshochavdach el ritzonach, Meshochavdach yananai el ritzonach, Yarutz avdach Yishtachave mul yananai mul hadarach ki erav lo yedidutach mino petzuf yananai vechol ta'am Yananai nanai yananai nanai yanai yanai yananai nanai yanai nanai yanai nanai yanai yanai yananai nanai yanai nanai yanai nanai yanai yanai yananai nanai yanai nanai yanai nanai yanai nanai. We continue with a selection of psalms which make up Kabbalat Shabbat, our welcoming of Shabbat. And so we continue on page 11 with the first of these psalms, Lechu Neranena. Lechu Neranena l'Adonai, Nariya letzor yishenu, Nekad mafanav b'todah, Bizmiro Nariya lo. Ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol al kol Elohim, asher biyado mechrei haaretz, v'toafot harim lo, asher lo hayam behu asahu, miyabesh et yadav yatzoru. Lo nishtachave michran, ki Elohim nafrimanit. Arba'im shana akut bedor va'omaram to'e levavhem vehem layadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yevo'un el menuchati. On the next page. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo basru miyom Leyom Yeshuato sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim niflotav ki gadol Adonai umhulal meod nodahu al kol Elohim yanai ki kol Elohei hamim elilim b'Adonai shamayim asa hod v'hadar lefanav oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho havul Adonai mishpechot amim havul Adonai kavod v'oz havul Adonai kevod shemo Se'ul mincha uvo ulechatrotav yanai hishtachilu mipanav kol haaretz imnu vagoyim Adonai malach aftikon tevel baltimot yadin amim b'mesharim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz yiram hayam umlo'o ya'alo sadai V'chol asher bo az yaranenu kol atzei ya'ad Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim be'emunato. Adonai malach tagel ha'aretz yismechu rabim. Page 15 to ourselves. Esh lefanav Yevo sheklov de pesel amitalalim elilim yishtachavu. Ohavei Adonai sinura shomer nafshot chasidav miyad reshaim yatzilem. Or zaru ala tzadik ul yishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim baronai vehodu lezecher kodsho. Page 17. Mizmor shil Adonai shir chadash ki niflaot asa hoshia lo yimino uzroa kodsho. Lifnei Adonai kiva ki Adonai malach yirgezu amim yoshev keruvim tanu tanet. Bottom of page 20 at the caret. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehad kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehad kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki Eloheinu romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehad kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehad kodsho. On page 21, the custom is to rise as we sing these words of Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kevod va'oz yainai, Havul Adonai kevod shemo yishtachavu Adonai ve'adrat kodesh, Kol Adonai ahamayim el hakavod hirim. Adonai almaim rabim kol Adonai bakoach yainai kol Adonai behadad kol Adonai shover arazim vayishaber Adonai et arzei havanon vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon Vesirion kemo ven re'imim yainai kol Adonai chotzev lahavot esh kol Adonai yachil midbar yachil Adonai midbar kadesh kol Adonai yechol elayalot vayechesof ye'arot uvechalo kulo omer kavod yainai Adonai lama buya shava yeshev Adonai melech leolam Adonai os le'amo yiten Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You may be seated. On page 22, there's a beautiful meditation called Ana Bakoach, and I think it would be nice to read it responsibly in the English. So on the left-hand side of page 22, if you would, may your mighty right hand undo the knot that ties us up. Accept the prayer of your people, you who are revered, raise us up and cleanse us. Almighty, if you would, guard as the apple of your eye those who seek your unity. Bless them, cleanse them, have compassion on them, always act justly towards them. Mighty Holy One, in your abundant goodness, guide your people. Alone exalted, turn to your people who invoke your holiness. Listen to our pleas, hear our cries, knowing the hidden depths within us. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. Lecha Dodi can be found on page 23, and I feel like that's God applauding. It's kind of what it sounds like. Lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likra shab, lecha lekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem ultiferet veliti la 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 lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha, v'rosh mikadem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila la 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 lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech in melucha, ku mitzii mitoch ha'hafecha, rav lach shevet be'emek habacha, vehu yachamo alayich chemla. Lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitna ani me'afad kumi, leave she bigday tifar techami, al yad ben yishai bet lachmi, korva el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikami, ma tishtochachi u'ma tehemi, bach yechesu ani ehami, v'nivneta ir al tila. Hey, lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, yananai, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Vayulim shisa shosayich verachaku, kol meval ayich. Yasis alayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmo tifrotzi vet Adonai ta'aritzi, al yarish ben parzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. We rise and we turn towards the door. Out of respect, we greet Shabbat like we would a bride or a groom, that we stand when they enter a room. And so with this thought in mind, as we welcome Shabbat, we take a deep breath in and let it out and embrace this welcoming presence. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha u'v'tzola toch emunei am segula boi chala. And you can turn around again. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. We send our condolences to Sam Urich, who yesterday laid his mom to rest. Sam, we're thinking of you and Elise and your whole family as you are going through this moment of grief in this dark time. Your community is with you, and we will continue to be with you. And as we say, Hamakom yinachem etchem betoch sha'ar avelei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May the divine comfort you, along with all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. We turn to page 27, Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat, the specific psalm for the day. It's Psalm 92. A reminder of how good it can feel for us to give praise to God. Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot LaAdonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha baleilot. Alei asor v'alei na ve'alei gayim lechinot. Hine oivecha Adonai, kine oivecha yovedu. Zahadik katamar yifrach keres bavanon yizgesh tulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun besevad shenim v'rananim yihu le'agi ki ashar Adonai tzuri v'lo avlat tavo. Page 29. Adonai malach geud lavesh Adonai otzit azad avtikon tevel baltimod. Nachon ki me'az me'olam ata, nasu narot Adonai, nasu narot kolam, yisu narot dochyam, mikolot ma'im rabim, adirim mishpereyam, adir bamarom Adonai, edotecha nemnu me'od, leveitcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim. As we conclude Kabbalat Shabbat, we come to our Kaddish Yatom. If you are observing a yahrzeit, if you are in your time of mourning, I invite you to rise on page 30 as we recite these words. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divra kir'ute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Ulalme Almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shmei Kudsha Brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. Amen. We continue with our Ma'ariv service, which can be found on page 39a, and I invite you to rise. Yananai nai nai, 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 yananai nai nai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my plea? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yananai nai nai, 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 yananai nai nai. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yananai nai nai, 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 yananai nai nai. You may be seated as we continue at the bottom of page 39a. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Umavir yom umevi laila, mavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvahot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamidim lo chaleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta Torah mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim otanu limad et. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, v'hem negei yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatcha, al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meotecha, ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha, v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uvshochpecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot beineinecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvish arecha, vehaya im shamot yishmo mitzvotai shenachim bezavetchem hayom la'avad tati yisrael. The words of Michamocha can be found on page 44. Umalchuto v'ratzon kiblu aleihem, Moshe Miriam u'bnei Yisrael, lechanu shira b'simcha rabba, ve'amru, chulam. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'elianu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu baruch ata Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. On page 45, let's read the words of Hashkivenu, this prayer for peace in the night, on page 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully, and feel free to read with me. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace, Baruch Atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. We rise on page 46 for V'shamru. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילם עם כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. Our private Amidah can be found on page 47. In the evening, we say it to ourselves, belachash. And so I invite you to say the words either that are on the page in the Hebrew and the English, or if you'd like to get lost in the commentary or just express the meditations of your heart, this is a time for our own silent prayers. feel free to have a seat when you've concluded your private prayers. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol et u'v'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Yitkadal Vitkadash Shemei Rabbah, page 54. Behalma divra kiruteviam lich malchute bechaye chon v'mechon v'chay d'chol Beit Yisrael bagalahu v'zman kariv imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulal me'omaya yitbarach Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yitbarach v'tramamina seve yitadar v'taleh v'talal shmeit kutsha brichu Leila min kobrachata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran me'alma v'imeru Amen. Titzkabal sloton v'auton d'cho Yisrael korabamuhun v'ishmaya v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim alein v'al Yisrael v'imeru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu yaseh shalom alein v'al Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imeru Amen. So at this moment, we take a pause to offer prayer of healing for those in our community, our friends, our family, who are in need of some healing of spirit and body. Before me, I have a lot of names from those in our community, and if there are names that you're not hearing, feel free to hold them in your heart, whisper them out loud. Rachel Rivka bat Binyamin v'Perla, Peniel ben Avraham, Rafael Ari ben Ruth Samara, Chia Shena bat Shoshana, Shena bat Nisan, bat Sheva, Marvin Perry, Judy Zola, Eileen Martin, Lee Berman, Harav Menachem Kalman ben Meta, Yehudit Braina bat Fega, Shira Daniela bat Yehudit Braina, David Spitzberg, Eli Avram ben Natan v'Miriam, Menachem Shalom ben Sarah, Yankel Hirsch ben Malka, Meir Hirsch ben Avraham Yitzchak, Michael ben Shulamit, Bat Zion bat Zipora, Tova Tikva bat Ruth, Abigail bat Chaika, Pesach ben Avraham, Cyril Rashka bat Chaya Peril, Miriam bat Mordechai, Shoshana bat Miriam, Shulamit bat Leah, Kalman ben Chaim, Aharon ben Lisa, Chaim Mordechai, Moshe David ben Chia Gittel, Yael bat Hyman bat Yael Bat Hyman V'Chayasora, Yechezkel ben Yaakov, Yehoshua ben Shlomo, Chana Shifra ben Esther, Miriam bat Avraham ve'Esther, Freda bat Rachel, Lebel ben Chaim, Eliezer Leib ben Saraelka, Yocheved bat Yona ve'Rezel, Gary Parcell, Shmuel Yaakov ben Zev Rivka, Devorah Leah bat Michael, Lori Shapiro, Jeannie Eisenberg, Philip Eisenberg, Marjorie Simon, Nisan ben Fredel, Reuven ben Mendel v'Chayariva, Esther Batia ben Meir v'Liba, Michael Donahue, Chaim ben Esther, Reuven ben Ruth, Yehoshua ben Sarah, Leon Levine, excuse me, Shoshana Sharon bat Reuven v'Chana, Shmuel Velvel ben Devorah, Chaya bat Devorah, Bluma Binder, Bob Sutz, Ari Kenny, Lior Yisrael ben Rachel, John Granick, Leib Aharon ben Moshe v'Ada, Meir David ben Brindel, Rivka Shendel bat Shaya v'Chana, Shalom ben Pesel, Chaim Michael ben Yocheved, Eliyahu David ben Yehudit Chana, Barak ben Bracha. We hold these names in our hearts as well as those in our community who are in need of these healing blessings as we sing these words of Misha Berach by Debbie Friedman. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make ourselves a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema. We rise now for the Aleinu on page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyeh aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu kor'im, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu not hashamayim yoser atzmo shemikanu b'shamayim imo, shekhinat uzabegov himeno mimo lovinu. O kenakav elech Adonai Eloheinu, le'ero mehera b'perosh zechal. Kakatu v'toratecha Adonai imloch leolam va'er, v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom ha'hu, yiyeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. You may be seated. This week, the week of December 23rd through December 29th, which corresponds to the 11th through 12th of Tevet, we are observing the yahrzeits of these in our community who have passed away at this time in years past. Esther Block, grandmother of Esther Kolodner, Shirley Strickartz, mother-in-law of Zaydel Strickartz, Sybil Kartus, aunt of Adrian Ben Wilner, Bronya Bronkish, mother of Cheryl Bronkish, Jean Wagman, mother of Sheldon Wagman, Joseph Schwartz, father of Robert Schwartz, grandfather of Rachel and Adam Schwartz, Julius Rosenthal, maternal grandfather of you, Gail, your granddad, Michael Green, brother of Barry Green and uncle of Evan Green, Mildred Label, grandmother of Nancy Cohen, Ronald Underberg, Susan, your dad, Sarah Efron, mother of David Efron, Deanne Schwartz, mother of Mark Schwartz, Lorraine Schneider, sister-in-law of Freddie Brown, Mark Wall, father of Richard Wall and grandfather of Jana Zinman, Rose Grau, grandmother of Paula Rafal, Florence Locke, mother of Marty Locke, Stephen Ruthen, brother of Sandra Trepper Finkelstein, Harry Katcher, father of Brenda Schwartz, Rebecca Hoffman, mother of Sandy Hoffman, Samuel Roth, grandfather of Richard Resnick, Albert Cohen, father of Susan Donner, Carl Kaufman, father of Herb Kaufman, Norman Weinberg, father of Scott Weinberg, and Phyllis Klein, sister of Debbie Cooper Smith. Are there others who are observing yard sites tonight? You're welcome to say their names if I didn't call them out. As we think about them, we hope that their memories will always be a blessing. And we rise on page 58, and I offer that this mourner's Kaddish can be for those who are observing a yard site or in their time of mourning, and for those who wish to stand in solidarity with those who are mourning across the globe. So on page 58, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra kir'utei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru, amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulalme almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama Rabbah min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen. You may be seated. Who am I inviting up? Okay. I am inviting up Robert Young, Vice President? Is that what you are? Vice President of our board, to offer announcements this Shabbat.
Woo-hoo, let's hear it for vice presidents.
Woo! Vice President.
Thank you, Cantor, for leading us in our Kabbalat Shabbat service. There is so much going on in our community. I want to give you some highlights. Hooked on Books will meet in the social hall this Sunday, December 24th at 4 o'clock. They'll be discussing Last Summer at the Golden Hotel by Alyssa Friedland. See the bulletins, and you can contact Jan Shear. We are excited to announce our first unique art sale of historical pieces from Har Zion Congregation and Congregation Or Chadash, and there are some new, never-before-seen pieces also going to be on display for sale. That's on January 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Families with Littles and Pancake Shabbat will be on January 12th at 5 o'clock. You can sign up online, but you have to bring really what's available. E-bulletin for retreat. You may have noticed there's a save the date in our bulletin this week for a community-wide Shabbat dinner here on February 2nd. I hope you'll all take advantage to come together as a community. Our annual Martini Night fundraiser, S'mores Under the Stars, is sold out, but we do have a waiting list. Please, if you want to come, let us know. You can email martininight@otaz.org. Our congregation is sponsoring an evening at Temple High looking for volunteers to make sandwiches and pack hygiene kits for new immigrants. It's on Tuesday night, January 2nd, and what a really cool way to start the new year, doing something really wonderful. We have a new Torah reader software that is phenomenal. If you'd like to participate in services and learn how this new software works, contact Frank Jacobson. And I have one last thing I want you to think about. When it is raining, if you go outside and you wear a wool sweater, it shrinks, right? Why is it that when it's raining, sheeps don't shrink? Shabbat Shalom.
Deep Thoughts by Robert. Thank you, Robert. I am going to do one more plug, which is that on January 27th in the evening at Congregation Beth Israel, local cantors, local adult and youth talent will be actually doing Joseph the Technicolor Dreamcoat as a concert. And it's going to be with the, I'm going to get the name wrong. It's the Arizona Musical Theater Company. And I can't remember the name of it, but they're going to be professionals. It's going to be amazing. So we're very excited as cantors. We get to do Havdalah. No, I'm not the narrator. I was very upset, but it's okay. No, so that'll be a fun time. So it's Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's January 27th in the evening at CBI. There are flyers out there, actually, if you're interested. It should be a great time. We are going to have Kiddush now. Did you all get your little shlooks? Excellent. Kiddush can be found on page 56. Actually, page 55. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank those on live stream for joining us. Thank you, Kim and Charlie, the entire Roelofs family, and I hope everybody else who is joining us on live stream that the internet has not cut out several times since the rain. So please rise, page 55 for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'charta Ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim Ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat L'chaim. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Come join us tomorrow morning at 9:30. Have a safe drive wherever you're going next, be it dinner or home. Thank you so much on live stream for joining us, and have a wonderful evening. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, umevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, umevorach. Thank you, Robert, for doing 10.